Hello everyone, long time no see. So I had to take a break for a reason, but I'm finally back and I've got upgrades. I've upgraded my sound slingers. This one's a little more professional than the other one. I could actually just pin it right here, but I prefer holding it. It's something about it. I feel like it's a placebo that when I'm holding it, I feel a little more powerful. But anyways, so today we are going to discuss or talk about something that could be added to your survival guide if you have one. If you do have one. It is how to cope with series or movies when you're done watching something. You kind of feel, that post-depression when you finish the show, or this is no more. That feeling is that just hits you for some reason, and then you don't know how to cope with it. You do a lot of things, it looks a bit crazy, but doesn't really help. So here it is, step by step. I'm going to tell you how to overcome this certain situation or hardship. If I could put it realistically, this is how it would be. For example, you have your cousins or your friends come over to your house to stay for a few days, probably a week or more than a week. You are so used to them in your house. You talk to them, you wake up in the morning knowing that you have another person at your house that you could have fun with. And when it's time for them to leave, go back to their house, you get that feeling. The post-depression just hits you. Feeling of the loneliness, that pang in your chest that you feel when they leave. Because then it's back to the old days where you just wake up in the morning and you know that there's no one in the house that you can have fun with. So that is the exact same feeling that you would feel when you have finished watching a show or a movie or a series or anything. We could classify movies and series into separate categories, but based on how long you take to get over it. For example, movies, I feel like you could get over it within a week, but whereas series, I've seen people go forever. At a point, the getting over becomes more like you've accepted the fact that it's over. It's alright, it's over, but I still cherish them. And I've seen people rewatch the same series for the fifth time. Okay, I should not judge. I'm no one to judge, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Why? Why do you do that to yourself? Why would you watch the same show over and over? It is so predictable that what would happen next. Now, the next thing that you could classify both these is based off on what you get attached to. Movies, I feel like it's more about the plot than the characters. You do get attached to the characters, but I feel like the plot plays more of an important role. But when it comes to series, I feel like you get attached to the characters and the plot. Now, the thing about series, the plot could be utter trash. Complete trash, trash at its peak, but you would still get attached to it when you have finished it. Now, you might be asking, why would you continue watching the show if the plot was trash? It's because, for me personally, if I start watching something, I need to complete it. Not this is such a torture, I need to complete. No, not like that. When I'm doing something, I need it playing in the background. So I would just choose just usual shows which doesn't have crazy plot. But then when I've finished watching it, I get that pang in my chest, that post-depression. I still hit it, even though the series was utter trash. Because you're so used to having these characters in your daily life. And when they're not there anymore, you would feel the post-depression. Now, the funny thing is that I've seen people hit the post-depression when they have finished watching a Nickelodeon/Disney show. Look, no hate towards these shows, because me, myself, I grew up watching these shows. They are my childhood. But Austin and Ally? Really? You feel sad because you just finished watching Austin and Ally? No, because wait. I'll show you how the script goes. Let me show how it would go in real life. Hey, what did you have for lunch? No, I just had a sandwich from the cafeteria. Oh, that's nice. Now this is how it would go normally in any show. But if the same exact scene was in a Nickelodeon/Disney show, this is how it would go. Hey, what did you have for lunch? Oh, I just had a sandwich from Harry Uncle Ben's dumpster truck. Look, who is Uncle Ben? There is always this one character that they never show, but they just had to portray that man as the most stinkiest and ugliest man to ever walk on this earth. Like one of those people who never cut their toenails. They have the toenail just growing out. Why so much hate towards this man? Okay, let's just stop the hate right there. Anyways, okay, so now that we have classified both of them based on their criteria, let's talk about how to get over them or how to cope with the post-depression. So this is something I personally do. What I do is I go on Instagram and I search for that particular movie or series edit, and I just be in my own world just scrolling through all the edits instead of getting my things done. And you know what's the sad thing about this is that when you're watching an underrated show and you search for the edit and you get nothing. You get nothing. Not even like one good edit. That just completely breaks my heart. Okay, so the next thing you can do to cope with the sadness is to find the community of that certain movie and just find people. Find people who are going through the same thing as you. Just act like each other's therapists and let your hearts out, just completely talk about what is hurting you and what you hate about the show and what you think about the ending and what you would have what just ask each other whatever you want, and yeah, that could help. So the next thing you could do is you could email the director or just the scriptwriter or the producer or anyone who has worked behind the show or the movie. Just email them asking, please, for God's sake, bring the show back. The show maybe ended a decade ago, but still just shoot your shot. Do not watch the interviews when you have finished watching a show. I mean a movie, not a show, a movie. Because I remember watching the movie called Mean Girls. And there's a character called Regina George, which is like the mean girl, the bully of the bullies. But when I watched her interview, like the actual Rachel McAdams, yes. When I watched her interviews, I was so sad. I was so sad to find out the fact that she was not a meanie in real life. Like, she was a sweetheart. And I could not digest that. Like, I was forced to like her. Because obviously they will be two different people. Too bad. I do not like that. I do not like that fact. So I simply just do not watch their interviews when I have completed watching the movie. That is how I put this theory out. I feel like that is how it is. And yeah, that is all I have to offer. And after all this, and you still can't get over it, get alive. I'm joking. Just take it easy. Hopefully you'll just get over it one day. So I hope this video was helpful enough for you guys to get an actual job. I'm kidding again. Anyways, yep, that's it.